Yep, there it goes. Oh, but let's turn up the volume, I guess. Maybe not. Then that way I don't hear myself, which I'm not used to yet. Anyway, um, so yeah, so this is a little bit different than what you may have seen the last few times, and you saw me driving on my way to work. I am Regenex. Um, and so I was laid off on September 5th. So I haven't had the opportunity to take videos on random thoughts on my super long, hour-long commute. Um, I was in shock a little bit. It was not expected. It was not performance based. Um, but I hadn't been there very long, so I was, low guy on the totem pole. So if they're going to get rid of anybody, I'm probably one of the higher value targets, for lack of a better term. Um, I mean, I guess it was done professionally, but it was completely out of the blue. There were seven people let go besides myself in my reporting chain. Um, they showed us, and the only reason I know that is because they showed us the ages of the people that were let go to avoid age discrimination lawsuits. Um, and it's just it's weird. Like the people that I saw that were let go was just like it was just such a shock because I know that my department in particular needed more people. We were working with a shortage, and there's three people let go from my department. So I don't know what they're going to be doing. Anyway, um, it took a while for me to really digest it. This is the second time I've been laid off in 2 years. The first time I was laid off from a long-term job. But that one I saw coming. That one, the company was kind of on the downslope, but I had survived so many different layoff rounds. I thought I was untouchable. Wrong. This one was a little bit less so. I mean, I was really involved. I had, different projects. I was I get in the swing of things, entrenched in the environment. So now I'm taking this opportunity to try and pivot a little bit. Um, One of the things I'd always thought of was that if I just didn't have this job, if I just didn't have to expend so much energy driving an hour into work, which if you've never had an hour long commute, it saps you. Sitting there, it saps you. The traffic saps you, puts you on edge. I had an event that I don't know if I'll go into on this particular. Um, I don't know if I've gone into it yet or not. If I haven't, I'm not sure I'm going to go into it. But there was an event that really um, put me on edge about the commute. But even just getting in there, you get into your job and you get into the mindset, okay, have my coffee, get going, and then nonstop cortisol until you leave. And then on the way home, you're not energized. You're just making it through. There's a little bit more cortisol as you start rush hour, and then you're just beat. You're just emotionally and mentally beat at the end of the day, and you don't have any energy. And I always said, if I just had the energy, I could do so much more. And it's time for me to put up or shut up. Um, so I'm not letting perfect be the enemy of the good, and it's kind of like what I did before whenever I was taking videos of myself um, uh, driving. So here we are in the basement in my office. No special backgrounds, uh, no animations. If you're coming here from the future, and I have gotten to the point that I have added those things, you can see my humble beginnings. I hope I get to that point. I want to get to that point um, because my moniker, my handle, Regenex, originally came about from the regeneration of Generation X and how late into my mid late 30s is when I really discovered physical fitness and really discovered getting a handle on my nutrition and my diet, and how that has completely changed me, how it completely changed my mindset, it changed my body, it changed my energy levels, and how hitting your 40s, while maybe back for previous generations was a big deal, but it's obviously not a big deal anymore because we know so much more, the science, the nutrition that goes into things, and helps your longevity. And my point was saying that you don't have to spend a whole lot of energy on it. That I'm proof. I don't have a nutrition degree. I'm not a physical fitness trainer, but I lost 70 pounds just from walking and from better nutrition. And it wasn't, to a degree it was discipline, but also it was routine. And I don't want to get into that too much, but I want to use that as a parallel to where I am now and to where I need to teach myself that I can do that again. Um, it's a little bit different than getting a biological feedback loop where you exercise, you feel better, you want to do it again, and it goes on and on. This is a creative feedback loop that is going to take discipline to start with. I started out on the physical journey with just walking on my breaks, walking on my lunch. And that's it. Didn't do anything after work, didn't do anything before work. Went into work, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go walk. And I did it. And it snowballed from there. And part of this journey that I hope you go on with me is that I need to do that same thing from a creative outlet. I need to just put it out there, to just do the little thing and let the little things come up more, develop into more. That's what happens whenever you're off the cuff. You're not reading off the script. Just bad words come out. You deal with it. So that's where I am, and I hope not just future you or the you that's watching now, but future me can look back on this and look at the whole beginnings. Not that there's not already a few other videos in the past, and I hope you go back and look at them, and I hope you enjoy them. I hope my humor comes out. I'm not over the top, in your face like some other people are. I would call myself a little bit more nuanced, maybe a little bit more subtle in my um, mannerisms. But I hope that that is something that maybe people are tired of the over the top, in your face sort of behavior and the mannerisms. Um, I mean, now I'm going into what sort of person I want to watch my channel. I want anyone to watch the channel, and it's really for anybody that wants to try and start over or start fresh or start period on any sort of endeavor and want someone to go along with it. That's where I think we'll begin. So, um, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Um, Leave a comment below. I know at this point there hasn't been a lot of views on the older stuff. There probably won't be a lot of views on this stuff. But no matter if you find this in 2025, 2026, 2030, hope I'm still going in 2030, that I develop that even just the habit, the discipline to keep this going for 5 years, not even just as a moneymaker, but just as a creative outlet, as a hobby, um, in whatever way, shape, or form. Because I think everyone's voice deserves to be heard. I think everyone has a unique perspective on life that can be shared, that can be cherished and celebrated with others that are also doing the same thing, or others that are just trying to find little sparks of joy in their life for whatever reason. So, anyway, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Regenex out.